Hello everyone, Rob here with PreCodeCamp.com, and in this video we're going to be talking a little bit about choosing the right programming language for your tech career in 2025, right? So if you are a beginner or you're just looking to get your feet wet with programming and you don't know which language to start out with, this video is going to be for you. Now there's a lot of programming language out there that you're able to start learning from, and you're going to really have to pick the language that is best going to fit your needs for the outcome that you're looking for. And what do I mean by that? So what are the jobs that you're looking to have? What's going to give you enjoyment when you are programming, right? And so that's what we're going to go through and answer. Now, before we start diving into any language, I just wanted to acknowledge the common concern out there with the rise of AI and its potential to replace developers. I will tell you that AI is a very powerful tool, but in my experience, it's not meant to replace developers, but rather enhance the productivity, streamline the process, and that's really going to be key because AI, it's almost like having a couple developers, and it speeds up your thought process on completing the task. So learning code still remains valuable as far as a skill goes, and it will lead you to numerous opportunities in the tech industry. So with that being said, what languages would be best for you, right? If you are very passionate about creating websites or online applications, then web development path might be right for you. Now, the web development path is really divided up into two different primary areas. We have front-end development. We also have back-end development. The front-end development, that's where the focus is going to be on what the user actually sees. It's the web page. The key languages that you would be learning in the front-end development would be HTML, which is the structure of web pages, CSS, which is responsible for the styling of the page to make it visually appealing, and then you have JavaScript, and that adds the interactivity with dynamic features of the web pages, such as button clicks or form filling out. If you're interested in behind-the-scenes type of functionality, then you're probably looking at back-end development. And that would include things like databases, server-side logic, and the primary languages that you would see or you'd want to learn are going to be JavaScript, Python, Java, PHP, or C#. If you notice that there was one language that I mentioned in the web development part that was the same in the front end as far as the back end, and that happens to be JavaScript. So as you can see, learning JavaScript can actually help you become a full stack developer that will be proficient in both the front end and the back end development, and that could definitely increase your chances for employability as well as salary potential. Now, some of you may want to focus solely on mobile development. And so we have this concept of we have native development and cross-platform development. So native development is where you would say, hey, I want to focus on Android only. You'd probably want to learn Java or Kotlin. If you're looking at iOS only, you're probably looking at Swift. Now, when we're talking about cross-platform, this allows developers to write code once and it deploys to both, for example, Android and iOS devices. And the most popular tools that would be available for you to do this would be React Native, and that utilizes JavaScript for building the mobile application. And then you also have Flutter, which requires you to learn Dart, and it also creates very beautiful interfaces. So as you can see, choosing to learn JavaScript might be advantageous as it's applicable for various different applications and deployments, front end, back end, and now we can see even mobile. Now, if you are looking to get into game development, you're primarily going to look at two different popular engines that kind of run that, and that's going to be Unity and Unreal Engine. And Unity, you're going to have knowledge of C#, and then Unreal Engine, you're probably going to need to have knowledge of C++, okay? Now, if you are interested in AI and machine learning, then you're definitely going to want to learn Python, which is really a go-to language for data science and machine learning. And then you also have Rust if you're looking for that data visualization. Now, when it comes to choosing your path, I would say before deciding on the language, it's really important to take a look at those job opportunities that are available in your area. See if you find that job on popular job boards, and then you can engage in those communities if that suits you as well. But if you are just starting out, and I always tell this to any student that I have, or any future student that I have that's looking into programming, is you may want to just start off with a very basic language, because that can be translated over into any language in reality. Meaning that if you can start thinking like a program, start using logic as you program, that's the real steps. So you can learn JavaScript and then later on learn C#, for example. You may not know how to type it out, but you know how to look it up. So syntactically it's different, but logic flow would be the consistent. So hopefully this video helped you with learning which pathway might be for you. Again, I'm Rob with PreCodeCamp.com, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.